Welcome to Pigeon Auction. Geoff and Catherine Cooper, a legendary name in long-distance racing pigeons. Their pigeons have dominated top races, winning at Pau, Tarbes, and Saint-Vincent. With a foundation built on elite long-distance bloodlines, their most famous pigeons, Farmer George, and Wriggler, have set new standards in endurance and performance. Known for their strong stamina, sharp homing instincts, and race-winning genetics, Cooper pigeons remain a top choice for fanciers worldwide. This exclusive live tour was filmed by PIPA Racing Pigeon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more top racing pigeon content.
Where are we exactly in the UK for the people who don't know where you live, Geoff?
Southwest of England.
Southwest of England. Yeah.
Yes, between Bath and Bristol.
So yeah.
Yes.
Compared with London, you're about
100 miles to the west.
100 miles to the west of London. We're here.
Yes, and 170 miles west of Dover.
Of Dover, yeah. So for the people, you can imagine a bit. For the international races, it's quite a.
We're on our own.
Yeah, you're on our own. If you have to have a good result here, they have to fly at least how long on their own?
All the way.
All the way.
All the way.
If you want to win it.
Yeah, they cannot go with a bunch.
Yeah.
They have to break from the beginning.
We'll come back on that later. What's this? That's the young birds here? How many you have?
Yeah, I breed 120 to race.
Okay.
I have room for 120. The loft is insulated to try and keep the day and night temperature even. The only places that the air goes in is round the trap and above the trap. I'll show
so
you
that's the only place where the air can get in the loft.
In this whole loft.
In the trap?
It's around 4 traps. That's the only place they can enter.
Lay down these.
Out the 4 traps. And in each section inside we have one 4-inch chimney that takes the air out under the open ridge. The ridge is siliconed on, and just under the ridge there's a 4-inch pipe out of each section to take the air out.
Okay.
And the reason the pipe doesn't go through is because when we get high pressures, you get pressure on the pipe and it changes the ventilation round. So it's underneath the ridge, so it always comes in here, warms.
Yeah, for you the young bird racing is not, it's just a matter of training
yeah, it's unimportant. Normally we win 2 or 3 young bird races a year. $160 miles.
Okay. So can we? Yeah.
The young birds even darkened, are they?
Yes.
Do you darken?
Yeah, I always darken them because I want to get them across the channel, and that is normally late September, and they would be full of moat. So that's the only reason I darken them, because I like to get one channel race into them at least.
Can we see the loft inside?
Yes, by all means.
I'll be on that side if you can.
The air comes in through here. I even have a board here, not chimney. Take it out. That's the only air that comes in and out. Again, on this section, it's not full of dust, and that ventilation works. We raced 27 hens only, and they put up some remarkable performances from this one section.
specifically in this loft there?
Yeah, 27 hens go in here. And these 27 hens, the rest at the moment has gone to the race. Are 3 that relate back from the last race. But look,
can you just show how the doors work for the viewers? When
in the daytime, they're shut in. And they go out twice a day. No food or water there. Food and water morning, food and water evening. And from here we won, from this little section we won 2 internationals with Ivy and Wollongong.
And several top positions.
Several top positions, yeah. One pole race, we sent 7 hens and we had 3 in the first 8 of the Hens International, including winning first.
Can you go?
Those hens, those 27 hens race to 9 cocks in here.
That's the interesting part.
So that's for the people who's watching. That's you're known to have a bit of a different system to raise a hen. So that's what you're explaining now.
Yeah, these 9 cocks do not race. Early in the year, we pair 9 hens to these 9 cocks, and as the 9 proven hens, I rear a round of young. Then, when the youngsters are about 17 days old, I take the hens away, the cocks finish rearing the youngsters. Then I put another 9 hens in with these 9 cocks. They sit 8-10 days, take the hens away, another 9 hens in with these cocks. On race days, we open up, the 27 hens come in with the 9 cocks. And I have Geoff Catherine here because those hens are vicious. They fight more than any cock. A jealous female is more motivated than any creature on this earth.
So that's before basketing or?
Before basketing, and as one is getting dominant and starting to push the other out, that one is basketed. And in turn, the most dominant is basketed first all the way through, so they're all basketed. When they come back, the first hen comes, has the cock. The second hen comes back, the first hen is locked in there, the second hen is there. The third hen comes back, the third hen is locked up there, the second hen is there.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3 hens.
Jealousy all the time.
Yeah.
And you've still got to watch because they will fight between the bars and everything. When Wollongong won Paul International, she was in this box here, she came home, she went there, she turned round about twice to the cock, she turned round like this with her wings out, no other bitches coming up here.
So you focus on the jealousy and the character of the bird to motivate them.
Yeah. It doesn't take much room. I know I only raced 27 hens, but I picked my best young hens to go in.
And motivation before the race, Geoff, do you do it for every national or every international, or do you pick where
Every
you
time I do the same.
Every time the same?
Every international.
Every national we go to, I do the same. Every race they go to, I do the same.
Even on land?
Yeah, the same, to get them to know that other hens are going to be there with those cocks.
To learn to know the system, so they have to hurry to be the first.
So they're really jealous.
That's interesting. Okay. You've been very successful with this system.
Evie won first international Saint-Vincent hen. No, Ivy did. Evie was second international. Wollongong first international pole. Georgia Jean fourth international hens pole. Carla Page fifth international hens pole.
There's any disadvantages to that system? It's a lot of it's more work.
It's small. The one disadvantage, because I race cocks down the other end, I need Catherine here. Otherwise, those hens would damage one another. That's as long as you've got someone here to look after them.
Okay.
But you have to be very vigilant.
So a very interesting race system for the hens. For the people who didn't catch the whole explanation, you can watch the video again later. It will be uploaded on Facebook. So this is the breeding section.
here is Farmer George, first international Bordeaux. Overall by 47 minutes. An Ivy that was first international hen, third international Saint-Vincent as a yearling.
Oh, a special pair.
Yes, very special.
Can you show Farmer George? Because we shared a video before on our Facebook page. It was one of the most viewed videos, more than 100,000 times, and we were wondering why it was that popular. And well, we didn't really have to wonder. It's just a beautiful pigeon to see
He
on
has
the
a
video.
really long wing.
Also, Geoff, the breeding feathers under his wings, very special too.
He's 10 years old now.
10 years old, yes.
What's his breeding? He's bred off.
He's out of a farm boy with his third national DAX for him in a lot of top prizes. Ivy is out of a half brother to Farmer George, so they're very related. He is also a grandson of George, which the loft was built around. The loft was built around the farm boy, his father, and George, his grandfather.
I see.
Yeah.
We'll go to the other side of the loft. Yeah.
We'll take you down.
It's Friday today, so most of the pigeons are basketed.
The Widowhood loft is empty.
Yeah, so we can still
Go down.
take a quick
Yeah,
look.
you're good straight down through. Pull that one. Steady. Again, you're feeling here, the traps are closed. The air that comes in is here. You put your hand there, you can feel the air coming through,
Yes.
and it drops, and it goes out, enter it through the chimney in each section. And in here, you can feel it's fresh, just with the traps closed and just the air coming in around here and a little around here. We started with 42 Widowhood cocks this year. There's room for 56, but
You had some bad luck, you told me earlier.
oh, the Peregrine Falcon has been a nightmare this year. 3 of my best cocks he've taken. The second, third, and fourth best cocks he've taken, and he plus one other, and he's taken 4 of my hens in the last 7-8 weeks.
And Geoff, you told me yesterday that you've got 8 pairs in a 6-mile radius.
Within a 6-mile radius of me, there's 8 pair nesting, feeding young.
Oh.
8 pair of peregrines.
Yeah, that's.
It's a nightmare. And they say they're rare. I used to always let my pigeons out twice a day for exercise. Now I can only once, because every time they go out, it's taking a chance. They're getting hit. I'm taking them out, picking them out of the bushes everywhere.
That's interesting because it's a change in your training system.
Yes,
But you're still doing well because till now the racing season went well.
we've had 2 national races. The first one we were second provincial, and in the last one we were first provincial. In the first we had 5 in the first 8 of the provincial.
Okay.
The second with 5 in the first 8 prizes.
Yeah. So what is your opinion on the training itself?
Where I was training 1 hour morning and night, and they would fly probably 45-50 minutes of that 1 hour. Now they're going out once. The cocks will fly an hour and a half on their own, and then they come down and they do about a quarter of an hour playtime, as I call it. So the cocks are flying the same amount of time, so I quite happy. The hens more difficult because of my system, and they're jealous of one another. All they want to do is get in with those cocks. I can get 40 minutes, 45 minutes fly, but that is it. And now I'm going out once a day, I'm only getting 45 minutes instead of an hour and a half.
So, and apparently they don't need it. If you look to the results.
What I'm doing, I'm racing, I used to race every other week across the channel, but now I'm racing once across the channel, and then an inland race the following week, and then across the channel. The inland race for the exercise for the another 3-year-old I really thought was going to be a great pigeon. He was 3rd section out of Saint-Vincent last year, and he won 3 times in the first 15 of the national. That got taken last week. Another really good cock that won the single bird from Asian 2 years running, that got badly injured.
Yeah, so it's a
problem. It's a big problem.
That's so. What's the system for the cocks, for the racing cocks?
My cocks, the widowed hens for them that don't race.
Yeah.
The hens are always waiting in the section for the cock. Yeah, straight up. All my winners always come straight, even if you've got 20,000 birds racing in the Belgium and Holland, my birds always come straight, the winners always come straight up.
Geoff, while we were inside the Widowhood Loft, I wanted to ask you the motivation.
Can you come closer?
You motivate the Widowhood cocks before every race too, or is that?
I've tried both systems. I think it's best to do one system all year. I've tried not showing the hens at all before racing and had brilliant years, and I've tried showing the hens every time and had brilliant years. But when I mix mash, yes, you've got to have a system and stick to it. So the easiest system is basket the pigeons, but when they come home, the hens are waiting.
The cocks
are waiting. For the hens are waiting for the cocks. And that is the easiest, and it works as well as showing the hens previous.
Okay.
So if there's 2 ways of doing something and with the equal results, I always try and pick the easiest.
But your gut instinct will go in on just sending them and the hens is waiting.
One of the best performances we ever had, we were 3rd national pole in a 30-mile-an-hour west wind.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have been anywhere near it. I think won the section by over 4 hours.
Yeah.
That pigeon hadn't seen a hen for a month until it came back. Hadn't been in a basket for a month, but when it came back, it was there. They remember. As long as you do the same thing all the time, they remember. They're a creature of habit.
Who's there? Catherine.
There's
Hi.
the boss.
That's the boss.
Oh. The governess.
You're not in the hot tub today, Catherine.
No, you got up too late for that, Thomas.
It's live. I can't cut that. Yeah, they have a beautiful place here. So what's interesting to mention for the people who's watching, obviously to race the international you have to cross the channel. How much is the distance over the channel, Catherine?
When they come direct from the race points in the southwest of France, Pau, Saint-Vincent, Agen, they have to do 200 kilometres of the English Channel, and coming from Saint-Vincent they also have to do about another 300 across the Bay of Biscay, up through Brittany, and then 200k across the English Channel,
Okay.
and then another 70k till they get home.
So when you won the international several times, you calculate they must have flew over the channel at least a certain
500k.
500 kilometers over the
St.
water.
Vincent, yes, because we cannot win if they detour.
Yeah.
The French and everything
Could
are
not have done
going.
that velocity if they deviate.
Yeah.
So when you won Saint Vincent, your conclusion was to beat the French and the Belgians and the Dutch. The hen must have crossed the channel and the water from the beginning.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Straight over the Bay of Biscay, landed around about the Nantes area, down to St. Malo, and then across the English Channel.
Where's that map? Maybe we illustrate
way-
it
Yes,
on the map.
we'll check it on the map. Can you take a map, Catherine, to show where
Yeah,
where you
there's
fly?
one in there somewhere.
Because it's interesting to know that if you win, the pigeons must always fly a long way on their own.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can't
They
beat.
You can't win. You
They have to
cannot
keep
win.
their line.
Yeah.
Here's a map of Europe, and down there is roughly St. Vincent, and this is us here.
Can you show how they must fly if you?
They fly straight.
Right, good job we got sat-navs and don't need these atlases anymore. But there is St. Vincent, and here is home.
So she had to cross shortly after liberation. She crossed this water mass here
Yeah.
in order to do the velocity she did.
Because, yeah,
And
we
Poe
can't
is
prove
here.
it, but the theory behind this or the explanation,
Couldn't have flown around here.
if she would fly around, she could never have beaten the other birds. So she must have flew in a
she
straight
couldn't
line.
have done that velocity.
Winning
like wind, could
pigeons,
she?
the winning pigeons,
No,
whatever
because
the
they come
race,
straight.
fly straight. You don't get a winner which does a
Not
detour.
that competition.
Many people think they fly to Dover, the narrowest point, and cross back into the West Country. That's
The BBC
madness.
thinks that, yeah?
Yeah, that's madness, because a winning bird, to be the winner, has to be motivated. A motivated bird's got one thing on its mind, that's getting home. They're not going to think, oh, I'm going to fly 50 kilometres to the east just because all the other birds are. All they think about is getting home. And those races are won within 5 minutes of liberation, those international races.
That
Meaning that they have to eat their right line.
Straight away.
Leave the rest for us. They have to leave the rest and fly solo.
It's interesting with the geotagging they do on the birds now, where you'll have 3 or 4 birds released with a tracker on, and the fastest pigeon, the quickest pigeon home, isn't necessarily the fastest, it's the ones which fly the
Shortest, yeah.
straightest.
yes.
Shortest
And you can see they zigzag, but the one which gets home first flies the straightest.
So
So
show.
this is St. Vincent.
Yeah. And where's the other?
There is Poe.
Yeah, Paul.
Argent was about there, but now it's more
moved,
like there because it's moved closer to St. Vincent.
So it's almost on the Spanish.
Barcelona, here, for our birds from Barcelona, they have to cross the Pyrenees
Andorra.
at Andorra,
which
and
is
that
the
is the highest point in the Pyrenees. And for us coming into the West Country, you can see even from Barcelona that they still have a lot of channel to do, but they have to come over that highest point in the
That's the
Pyrenees.
So can you repeat what most people might think where they cross, like in Dover?
Yes, a lot of people assume that, let's say for example from Poe, because the majority of birds
We're coming here.
are coming this way to Germany,
Belgium, Holland.
Belgium and Holland, they think that our birds must go this way and then
veer off.
dogleg back. That's madness,
They cannot
because you
win.
can see if they came to Dover and back, they would be putting 160 miles, about 230k on their journey, and winners don't do that.
No, some might do it, but not the first
Winners
ones.
don't do it,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, we have some that do it, and we have some that do it come
Yeah.
late. But
We find often with yearlings, first time in international races, they will come from the east. They've gone wide, but they don't normally do it twice.
Exactly. Yeah. That's interesting.
So, and also with the pigeons flying into the United Kingdom, what's very challenging is the time they do on the wing before they get to the channel. So late in the afternoon, they've got to fly into a variable wind or a stronger wind than's normally indicated in the channel, being it east or west.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, so-
and they
Yeah.
get no thermal lift over water. Over land they get thermal lift, help the fly.
Yeah.
But over sea they get no thermal lift.
And a big problem on the longer races, especially with a headwind, our birds may land at San Malo at 8 o'clock in the evening. Now, they've got a choice to attempt that channel, which is very dark,
yes.
or they have to stop flying at 8 o'clock in the evening, where all the birds going east can still fly because there's land to fly over. If you look at a map of the night sky of Europe, you will see Belgium and Holland and Paris
With
all
light.
lit up like Christmas trees, but northern France, the Channel and the south of England is dark.
London area is light.
London is light, yes.
But where we are it's dark.
Yeah.
So, with the family you've built over how many years, Geoff?
Late 70s. 1970s.
And over, that's about almost 50, no, late 70s, so let's say 40 years.
Yeah, nearly 50 years.
You've been selecting
Birds that will fly the channel.
for all those years.
Yeah, on their own, yes.
So that's amazing. I think that's also why your birds are popular in like countries that race overseas, for
Yeah.
example. They do very well
In
there.
the Philippines they're doing very well.
Yes, it's genetically, it's
Yes,
genetics. If you
yes,
select, it's same with other birds. We see it in One Loft racing. Pigeons that do well in a certain discipline, they
Yeah.
pass the genetics to the.
Yes.
It's the same with pigeons that fly overseas. Oh, thanks. We'll conclude the video. For the people who's watching now, in the beginning of the video, we had a very interesting. We had a very interesting talk about the racing system of the hands of Geoff. So definitely worth to visit to watch that again. Catherine wants to show something.
Yes, come and see our koi. This is what our relaxation is, the koi. More relaxing than pigeons.
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Geoff, for the time.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, we'll watch you this season. Bye.